Hey everybody, I hope you're doing well. Everybody should be thawing out, warming back up. Following all of these extremely cold temperatures and the ice and the snow, we're getting a lot of questions about different plants and maintenance. And one of the particular plants, as you can see here, are these azaleas. Azaleas took a beating with all this ice and these cold temperatures and the snow and whatnot. And you're probably already noticing that a lot of your leaves appear to be dying, and it makes it look like the whole plant's dying. They look burned, brown. A lot of them are shriveling up. The edges are kind of curling in. A bunch of just various different things, and people are wondering, what should I do? The reality is that, you know, a lot of the foliage, a lot of the leaves are going to in fact have died back. The big question is going to be, you know, different azaleas in different yards, they start developing at different times. You can see that as you ride around town. They all start to kind of bloom on their own cycle, and depending upon whether or not your plant had already set its buds versus how much damage, frost damage they were going to take, is going to depend upon, number one, how well they bloom, how well they will develop throughout the springtime. What we want to encourage you to do, though, is just like any other time of the year, don't mess with them right now. You want to leave them be. If you go in there and you start trimming them up, well, the first thing you're going to do is you're going to remove any buds that you might have possibly had for the springtime, and you're not going to get any of those blooms. But you're also going to cut all this old growth off, and that's going to promote some new growth. And that new growth is what you're going to have to worry about, maybe possibly being damaged in the event that we do get some more cold weather. We're still pretty well into the middle of winter. We always seem to get a frost or a freeze again somewhere around not Halloween, but Easter, and we just don't want to do that. So as far as your azaleas go, we really encourage you just to kind of leave them be, let them grow, let them fill out. They exerted a ton of energy during that storm trying to stay alive, and the reason these leaves are brown is because they're pulling all that energy into the core of the plant so that it can survive. So what we encourage you to do is give them a really good nitrogen source, like a plant food, an Osmocote type plant food, something that's slow release. We want to go ahead and help this plant replenish any of its energy, because in the event that they do bloom, they're going to exert even more. It's going to be a lot of stress on the plant, and as the plant gets stressed and it weakens, that's going to make it more prone and susceptible to diseases such as funguses and or insects. So we really just want to keep an eye on them right now, and especially as we go into the spring. We don't want them to get unhealthy. We don't want them to lose any more energy or strength, or we don't want them to be any more stressed out than they already are. So the biggest thing we would advise you to do right now with your azaleas are, don't trim them, feed them a very high quality nitrogen base, something that's slow release. Give them all the energy and food that they need so that they can do their thing. Let's just give them some time. Anyway, if you got any questions, let us know. Other than that, we look forward to hearing from you. Y'all have a good day.